How about them Cowboys? What a performance by this Dallas Cowboys offense. Dak Prescott having maybe a signature moment in his career. What a game he played. I thought they were so well coached in this one. Offensive line was great. Receiving core made plays, and of course Dak Prescott was fantastic. There was so much good by Dallas that even though they knocked off my team, I can still find stuff to get excited about, although definitely a little bit disappointed as well. Let's get into how well Dallas played. So early on, the first couple of drives, this is something that I think was interesting, was we saw Tampa Bay start off with sort of this man coverage thing, which I thought was working relatively early on. I don't know why they went away from this after the first couple of drives, but Dallas certainly took advantage, and we'll talk about how they did it. But like this play, you have T.Y. Hilton going up one-on-one against Carlton Davis. Not really a great matchup, and it did feel like it took a couple plays for Prescott to find himself, I thought. Like, watch how when this play begins, you see that right here. I mean, I can kind of see why he wants to make this throw. It's not really the right matchup, I think. Like, watch, Davis is just going to be able to close out very well. So, okay, that play did not work out. But when Tampa Bay then shifted to more of a zone look, which I think really what happened was the running game kind of got Tampa Bay to stop playing man. So, talk about the running game setting up the pass. They run to get Tampa Bay to start wanting to play more zone, and that's really where the Dallas passing game took advantage. Like, this play is really, it's a great example. It's probably the best example of just what they were doing well. This is maybe the most fun example, but it wasn't all this complex. Sometimes it was just as simple as sitting in a soft spot in zone. But something like this, where you see that it's going to be a cover 3 zone that Tampa Bay is in, and you have two receivers who are running deeper routes, and basically what you're banking on is that the corner and the safety who are in charge of covering deep are going to cover deep. They're going to be paying more attention to those two guys. They're not going to be paying as much attention to a tight end. So when you have tight end Dalton Schultz also kind of run in that direction, that's how this can work, as potentially you kind of split the two defenders who are deep sort of in that area, and you can allow for an opening. Watch how when Prescott takes the snap and he's going to fire in that direction. I mean, they're just, this is just good play calling is really what it comes down to. They run the ball effectively to get you into a coverage that they like, and then they pass the ball effectively, get guys schemed open. But of course, you have to be able to convert on those plays as well. You have to be able to succeed on those plays, but Dallas doing a great job at that. Like, watch, beautiful throw from Prescott, great route from all of the guys involved, not just Schultz, but the other guys running setup routes, getting guys, to follow them. There's definitely an art to that often goes underappreciated, but you got to give credit to all of the Dallas Cowboys receivers on that play. And then there's this play. What a clever play concept, I think. I love this play by Dallas where it's 4th down and goal. And in a 4th down and goal at the 1 yard line, you really do have to, if you're a defender, make your decisions quickly. You can't be patient here, because if you're too patient, well then, by the time you make the tackle, you've given up a yard, which in a typical scenario isn't a big deal. But in this scenario, that's all that matters. I think given what we saw yesterday, clearly the right strategy is not to try and jump with the football above the defensive line at this spot. So good play call not doing that. What they're doing instead is they're going to fake a handoff to the right. And this actually isn't a pure naked bootleg with Prescott. It's not just going to be he's going to scramble out, and if it's a run and if they get tackled, then he gets tackled. There is a passing option on this play as well. Tampa Bay, though, they're selling out to stop a handoff. If this isn't a handoff, they're giving up a touchdown. That's just their strategy. Like, I've circled the edge rusher. Watch as Britt, that's the guy's name. You see him, he's completely moving in, and not just him, everyone is completely moving in. And, had this been a handoff to the halfback, it would have been a tackle for a loss, and they would have gotten the stop. They sold out to make that happen. The issue, of course, is that Dallas is just one step ahead of them. Watch as Prescott takes it himself, and Schultz was also wide open. I mean, if there was a defender able to get over and make the tackle on Prescott, then he would have just flipped it to Schultz for an easy touchdown. So either way, Dallas was well ahead of Tampa Bay on that play. Again, just clever concepts, just being a smarter football team and being better. This is when the Dallas Cowboy offense is at its best. This is what it looks like. And so then Tampa Bay said, okay, well, let's not just do a man coverage play. Let's go cover 0 right here. Definitely a bold call, but Todd Bowles, you say what you want about him. He's certainly not bold when it comes to defense. Not my best sentence, but let's move on. It's a 3rd down and 4, and it makes sense, right? I mean, this Dallas offensive line is just having a field day. They're blocking so well. why not just put yourself in this situation to where you can, be in position to where you're forcing Prescott to make the throw quickly. The issue is who is going to cover CeeDee Lamb. You see CeeDee Lamb's route, which is a great route against this coverage. It's against Sean Murphy Bunting, who's usually pretty good in this spot. However, when Prescott takes the snap, there's pretty good, but is pretty good enough to stop CeeDee Lamb? No, it is not. Look at how wide open CeeDee Lamb got on this play. And again, this is just the Dallas Cowboys doing what they do, which is they have an answer for whatever you're doing. Whatever you're trying to do, they had an answer. As you see, beautiful throw from Prescott. Lamb able to pick up a big gain, and again, being able to set up yet another touchdown drive, yet another 6-point touchdown drive. They got to work on that. That's for sure. That was not great. But still, just a very good play from Prescott, very good play from CeeDee Lamb. Again, CeeDee Lamb showing he's the true number one receiver, not just with that play, but just all year he's shown it. Something like this was, I thought this was the play of the game. Really, I did. I know that, okay, listen, you're up a ton. You're up 18 points right here with 10 minutes left. If you don't get it here, you're probably going to win. Defense has played well. But let's be honest, it's Tom Brady on the other side. You're never sitting here and saying that there's no chance. We remember the Rams game just last year and how there was no chance in that one until all of a sudden it was tied late in the fourth quarter. So being able to, one of the best ways you can beat Brady, I think about the Eagles and how they did it, outscore him, right? Don't give him an opportunity to come back, because every time he scores a touchdown, you score a touchdown right back. On this 4th down and 4, it's going to be it's a cover 0. So that's what Tampa Bay's doing. That's what they like to do. They want to force you to win one-on-one. Well, it's, a good concept by Dallas once again. You can blame Tampa Bay for this if you want to, and, we will, sure. I think there's blame to be had, but it's Dallas putting Tampa Bay in positions to fail and putting their players in positions to succeed, where CeeDee Lamb's route, he's the guy who I've circled in white, he's going to go towards the sideline, whereas you have the other 2 receivers kind of run over the middle. You generate traffic against man coverage, guys can get lost, guys can lose their guy, and that's what's going to happen here. Watch as when Prescott takes the snap, you see that when he throws to Lamb, it's Carlton Davis actually, who I feel bad. Davis, good player, and really I thought had a good game for the most part, but he just, with all the traffic, he lost his guy. It's a good play call. It's essentially the, where you put, on a Jumbotron where they'll put like a ball underneath like 3 helmets and then shuffle them around. That's basically what happened here, and Carlton Davis guessed 1, and it was number 2. Prescott makes the throw. He's not going to miss that. CeeDee Lamb is able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Just good stuff from everyone involved. Really good play calling, though. That was my main takeaway. But some of this play calling was just great, and I love the call to go for it. Why not? A field goal would have only made it a 3-score game. It would have turned a 3-score game into a 3-score game. So and definitely, almost feels like you have a better chance of converting a 4th and 4 than kicking the field goal anyways. And they even got the extra point after it as well. So plenty of stuff going well. So yeah, just a great performance by Dallas. Really, every time they had to come through, they came through. They got San Francisco next week, and listen, I think it's fair to say Dallas has not played their best football every game this year, but when they do play their best football, they look really tough to beat, and you could say the same about San Francisco. Should be a great game. I'm sure neutral fans are saying, thank God they don't have to watch the Buccaneers play San Francisco, and they get Dallas instead. Let's see what happens. That's what I think about all of that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.